Yes, welcome back everyone. Welcome back to the Arcane Voyage. You meet me here at the nice house that I built, so still yet to have actual use. Thinking making it, thinking making it a farm for this wheat. Whoops. Though, I kind of like just the aesthetic of the grown wheat here. We certainly need more farms in this area. And so what I want to do today is set up one of those farms. I want to set up a mineral tree farm so we can get the andesite alloy going. Now with the mineral logs, you actually extract more mineral by this machine here. So I've got a hopper feeding logs into a squeezer, which will then put the squeezed mineral juice into a drying basin, which will then output mineral blocks. How this works though is I'm going to go and stand here and squish it myself. So I stood around for a bit and did plenty of that. Now that I've got all this alloy, I want to set up myself a mineral farm. I think I should go round about here. There's going to be two parts of this mineral farm. There's going to be harvesting the trees, and the rest is going to be just extracting some of the mineral juice from the trees, because chopping down the trees doesn't give us that much of the actual chunks themselves, but does give us the wood. Although, to set up this farm, we do need something very important, which is belts. Belts are used to move machines. We can see here that we can use... oh, no. That we can use rubber to make belts. To make rubber, we have to cook uncooked rubber. And to get that, we press resin. Resin is made by extracting, using the arboreal extractor to extract resin from trees. So we need to get that set up. So let's start with that today. Here we go, arboreal extractor, which is a machine, and some buckets. Now I know that I'm going to need some deployers as well, which are also machines. And so let's make a bunch of these. This is going to be rather expensive. Alloys, logs. Stripped logs. Okay. Okay. So here. Wrench it around. I'm going to grab a gearbox. And I believe this should be going the right way. There. And finally, I'm going to place a hopper here. And let's grab some stripped wood. Let's grab a filter, which is made by brass nuggets. Put those, and some wool. Okay. So the plan here is I'll make an automatic stripping machine. No, get your mind out of the gutter. So this automatic stripping machine, it will is tagged stripped logs. So ideally, where's the? I thought this thing had a filter. Ah, there it is. There's a filter. Okay, place that down. So it should only make stripped logs, because there's plenty of other stuff you make with a log. I'll place that here, place those onto there. They insert into the saw blade, which, if I turn on the engine, should cut the wood. Aha! And the achievement is made workshops more speed, because this stuff is dangerous. Woo! Look at it go! Oh, we stripping fast, we stripping strong, we stripping hard, we stripping wood. Awesome. Awesome. Let's get rid of that. There. Okay. So there's the wood. Oh, grab that. Let's make ourselves some andesite machines. Ooh, that's a good thought. I put deployers on here. Okay, I've had a big brain thought. So, to make the actual kinetic mechanisms that are much better than these kind of makeshift ones, it's just two andesite and a saw on a mineral slab. That's why I want to chop down mineral trees. Now, we have mineral wood. We want these deployers. If I had a thought. If I extend this by one, I can place 3 deployers along here to be used as needed. To make this even more of a universal workshop. We've got our mineral, we've got our alloys, we've got our machine. So ideally, I can grab a few of these. Over the card table here. Cross the slabs. Now it's alloy, saw, and I want to throw these in here. That's not it. Alloy, saw, turn on the machine, so turn on the deployers, and then throw these in there. Awesome. You see that's grabbed it, and now it is rapidly making kinetic mechanisms. We are off to the races. Now we have plenty of machines. What needs lots of a casing? Case can make very easily. Casing is andesite deployed onto strip logs. We have stripper, we have deployers. So if I grab some andesite and grab some logs, I should be able to go down here to my universal machine. I'm going to rotate you out of commission and rotate you out of commission. Awesome. Now I'm going to give a stack of andesite to this and spruce logs here, and look at that go. Automatic casings. The universal machine's up and running. There we go. 12 andesite machines just like that. Too easy. Oh, got punched by my own machine. Okay, we'll just set these back and turn them off. Awesome. Okay, so if you look at the recipe for resin, we can find that. Where is it? Not that one. Spruce trees give double the resin of a normal tree, so we want to set up a spruce tree, extract all the resin from that. Why are these split? Now we know we have spruce saplings, so let me go grab those. We're going to plant one around here and start extracting resin from it in that house. So in theory, I'll line this up. Should be able to plant a tree here. Bone mill it. Awesome. And place these tractors. Aha, there we go. You see they're now glowing with that orange, which means they're extracting resin. So we give it a very, very slow moment. We should hopefully see some resin pop in. There we go. Awesome. I've returned with some girders. So I think, yes. Pipe this across. Go, pump, pipe, bracket. There we go, very nice. Might as well also lock up some of this, just to make it look a bit more uniform. Big gear, small gear, cover, big gear, small gear, cover, big gear, small gear. Now that's going much faster. So we now have a slow power here. Run that up. Run it across into there. Now we're much little thing, but bonk. We now compacted a bucket of resin into one bit of rubber. Okay, I now have the most basic of basic rubber farms. So let's engage sheet cam. So the way this works is I've got these extractors pulling resin from the tree to get pumped across up into this basin. Resin gets pressed into rubber, which should be pulling out. Weird. Which then gets cooked from underneath by some fans, and then it's placed in the drawer as cured rubber. We did not mention the underneath. So to note here is that I'm currently using some drawers and this little configuration tool, which means that the drawer can only take in one type of item, and it's fixed even if I take out everything. This means that the andesite belt won't pull in an item until it's actually cooked. So we have some rubber that comes out here, it'll wait until it's cooked to pull it in. So now that we have rubber, we have a source of belts, we can now make our mineral tree farm, which I think we'll do over here. Let's go. Okay, welcome back everyone. As you can see, the building's not actually finished yet, but the first bit of machinery that we want for this building is. The rest of this we will have to wait until after we finish making andesite, because then we can combine all this mineral to make andesite alloys automatically. But now though, let's take a little tour of the place. As you can see, we have our massive windmill, which I had to upgrade. And so there's a bit of a... it's so ugly. Yeah, it's up to do for now, but I think the next thing we really need to tackle is power. We need power, we need lava, we really need to refuel the airship. Now, everything starts down here with the tree farm itself. As you can see here, we are using a gantry system. But not just any gantry system, my pride and patented Polot's double gantry system. So here, normally the problem with the gantry is you have to go out and then come back and just somehow detect when you reach the end. You do some redstone stuff where you have a block or you have a detector or a connector and send a signal back to flip it. Some latch. No. This here, with the double gantry, no redstone required at all. You just need 2 gantry shafts and have 2 of the carriages each glued to the machine. So, the way this works is, as you can see in here, I've got just a belt running, so both of these shafts are spinning in the same direction. And then, watch out for the saws, whoop, ow. You can see, if you look closely, that the gantry shafts themselves have a actual, twist direction to them, a chirality. So this one here twists up to the left. If I go over to this one here, you should see it goes the opposite direction, so it twists up to the right. The way you can do that is, if I grab my wrench, you can just rotate it. So, there you go. Up to the right, up to the left. So, if you swap the chirality, the twist direction, then it swaps which way the gantry shaft pushes when it rotates. Now, by having them in opposite direction, but spinning the same ways, it means that they are going to push the contraption in opposite directions. So, the key thing to see here is that when it gets to the end, so right now, if we go over here, I believe it should be this cog turning. Right. So one of these is pushing it. And so if you can imagine, when it gets to the end here, we have 2 things pushing. Right, that one over there wants to push that way, and this one wants to push that way. And the machine goes, well, that one's going to try to push. Right, that did nothing, because it's at the end. It stops. And this one's going to try to push. And hey, it can push. So it starts pushing along this, picking up that side. Now, because that side is part of a contraption, it no longer interacts with the world, and so it disconnects and no longer tries to push that way. That is, till we get to the end. Once it gets to the end, it stops here. In which case it goes, okay, I can't push this anyway anymore. I'm going to assemble. I'm now going to be a bunch of blocks in the world. I'm a bunch of blocks in the world now, including the carriage over there. The carriage over there becomes a block of the world, sees that the gantry shaft to try to push that way, reassembles and takes everything along with it, including the carriage over here. This way, we have 0 redstone for a back and forwards gantry system. Now, stylistically, I've done this either side, but you don't have to have these either side. You just have one on top of each other, right next to each other, as long as they go in the same direction and opposite chirality, or the same chirality but spinning opposite directions. Then it should work. Once again, make sure that the contraption is glued, the carriage is glued to the entire contraption on both sides. As for the specific gantry tree farm, you can see they've got these lines of saws. So if I had bone meal, if I was prepared, but I am not. Ow. Ow. You see, I've got these lines of saws here, so once they reach a tree, they'll chop it down. So the thing, I've designed the tree farm like this though, is because the mineral trees don't like to drop their saplings very much. So I want to maximize the amount of leaves I get per tree. I don't want them to overlap and maybe lose some saplings. So to do so, I have spread them out. I spread them out by, where is it? Here you go. I've got a schematic here. Schematic is just a way to copy and save designs. So as you see, I've saved the design, the layout of these saplings, so I can place it down in the world. So I've placed down this schematic in the world like this. And then, many people don't know this, I've set this schematic as the filter on the deployers. So, which means that the deployers will only place the blocks in the schematic, the blocks being the saplings themselves. That way, if I break the sapling, it should only place the sapling back right there. Hit presto, we have our layout all fully organized. Now inside, come in here, we have the guts. So this is just powering it. If we go through here, we have the portable storage interface. This is what takes items off of the contraption. Once the contraption comes back, we've also got this here, the clutch. So this is how we can turn on and off the machine, the tree farm. So if I flip that lever there, if I flick that lever, you can see that now one of the machines is rotating to pull it this way, but this one is not rotating to push it that way, which means it should come here and stop. Now I've got 2 barrels on the machine. One of the barrels over there is just for the mineral saplings themselves, and then that's for the rest of them. Although it seems to also get mineral saplings, annoyingly. Regardless, I want to prioritize having mineral saplings on the machine. Always need saplings. Now, we have the portable storage interface here, put up here. This basically makes this block act as the entire inventory of this. Now, it's not a chest itself, but it acts like the inventory here. And so you can then pull and push items into this contraptions inventory by pulling and pushing into this block. So I've got let's turn this back on. So I've got a filter here that's going to pull everything except for the mineral saplings, and which we go into our first bit of processing. So mineral, when you break it, most of the times it won't actually drop a sapling, but instead it'll drop a shrub. These are crap little shrubs that won't actually grow into trees. You have to then rejuvenate them by washing them and mixing them with the berries that drop from the trees, and now creating more saplings. So the first thing we do is we've got this conveyor line here of all the outputs. They get picked up, the saplings get picked up here, and the berries get picked up here. The saplings go over the conveyor belts with washers underneath them, and then we have a brass funnel with a filter here for mineral saplings. So rejuvenated mineral saplings, once they've been washed, they're going to go into our basin. Now likewise, over here we have the berry pickup. It's going to drop it off and put it into a chute that goes down here into the basin. Now I've done a little sneaky little tip here, is that chutes, you can push, you can place any block you want between the mechanical mixer and the basin and it'll still work. So you have to place a chute in the middle, and then if you place down where's my box? Place down a chute and you click on the side of it, you can get a diagonal chute off the side. So I've placed there, diagonal chute over here, and then I'm pushing it into the diagonal chute using the brass funnel. As you see, I've got berries there and a depot as a 1 block storage. So berries go down here, saplings go into here, get mixed together, pushed here over to the backup storage, and then pushed onto the machine. Very nice. As for the rest of the gubbins, well, they come along here, and they get sent up to the first floor through this fan. So I've got a fan that's pushing air upwards into the chute. The chute is going straight into the bottom of the conveyor belt, and it's getting pulled in through this. Over here, I've got a filter that will filter out any sticks, berries, or saplings. Basically, if that area there overflows, or we just get sticks which we don't want, then instead of going there, they will go down here into lava. So we've got smart chute here that will filter those items and just push them into lava. We don't need excess. Upstairs, we can see that the logs get pushed up through here, through the chute, onto the belt. Once they hit the belt, they get sucked in here to our log storage. Then they go through a series of processes. You can get stripped to here, then turned into planks to here, which is backed up, then turned into slabs here. You want slabs because that's how we... Where is it? There we go. We want slabs because that's how we make the connected mechanisms, right? And sides of the slabs. want planks because planks is useful. We want stripped logs because that's how you make casing. And we just have the logs here as the overflow. As you see, we just got a new tree chop down. So it's going to chop through the stripped logs. And it would, if this wasn't backed up, it will chop through the planks and chop them into slabs. Plenty of slabs, plenty of planks. Just slowly back up on stripped logs. Now, as the final thing and the most important thing is the mineral itself. Here we are just getting mineral from chopping down the trees. But in the future, I think I've got a fun design for an automatic way to use that manual squeezer over there without me having to be here. Now, if we're really desperate for mineral, we can also use, similar to how you extracted resin from a tree over there, you extract mineral juice from a mineral tree. So I think also we have a grove of trees around here somewhere, maybe on the other side, which we just extract all the resin from them, and then you can solidify that. Now, I think I need to address the elephant in the room, which is the fact that I have brass gear. I've got these brass items. They're very useful. Redstone links for future. How do I have this? Well, I realized that I was going to need some brass things, and so I made a smeltery. So yes, I made a smeltery here. I realized I need the for the brass stuff I needed the electron tubes, which are pretty easy to make. Electron tube requires you to put destabilized redstone, aka melted redstone, onto redstone dust, and then from that you get rose quartz, which you put molten iron onto the rose quartz to get electron tubes. These are used for anything smart. So any sort of brass machine, any sort of controller, you use these bad boys. Interesting. So I created a smeltery. So I've got here the main smeltery. This is one of cast items. Probably should make myself some tinker's tools. Smelt up anything right here. And then I've got the electron machine. So here I've got two little melters powered by lava, into which we can put our redstone and our iron, and the redstone itself to be spouted onto. So it goes through here, making our machines. Then from there, the usual system of go upstairs, make some precision mechanisms, and so on and so forth. Cool. And I believe we do cheaty cam. Aha. This is a pump where we got pump from the lava. And so if I break some blocks here, attach that. No, not like that. I attach a pipe there and a drain there. Then if we get some lava here, that should pump from that drain as well into it. So that's a way we can manually give this some burst of power if need be to run our crushing wheels and whatnot. Just go down. Should have some casing. We can attach that. Awesome. Right, that about wraps it up for this episode. Plenty of stuff got done. In the next episode, we are going to work on power. We're going to go to the nether, pump lava, maybe get some trains, bring it over here, and make some electricity. Until next time, farewell.